Hi, I'm Cynthia Schiller. Please like and subscribe. So I did a video on the demonic looking eyes, the black eyes of the narcissist when they go into a rage, how that happens. And I got a response from somebody, and he said that he suffers from that. He says that it has its traits and it doesn't. Only thing that he likes about it is he has more drive when he's with the eyes changing. And the other thing is that he just likes looking in the mirror. Now, I know for me, that when I cry, my eyes are a beautiful blue. Part of it's because they're red, mixed with the blue, and it just stands out. But he really likes, he's a dark skinned man, very dark, but he says that he has the Hurricane Katrina dark blue eyes. And that could be really stunning against his nice dark skin. But that's one thing he likes. He likes to look in the mirror, also has a lot of drive. So as I read this person's response, I'm appreciating their honesty. So I want us to have kind interactions with this person because that's what I want, just a safe community where we can help each other understand. So he continues on, the things that he hates is the non-emotion, the quietness, almost sometimes feeling like you're in shock, easy to zone out and stay like that for a while, the vacancy in the eyes, etc. He continues, it is very much like y'all describe it, demonic, like any other entity living inside you and being possessed. He continues saying, don't be frightened though, whenever you see it, and make assumptions that you aren't safe. What he's done with his, for example, is he likes basketball. And in that, he took this and created an alter ego. So he's coping and he's creating an alter ego. So these are things that he's saying. I agree. It is somewhat demonic. He feels zoned out, very quiet, no emotion, and his eyes stay in this state for a while. And he even agrees, it's like you guys are saying. So he's changed it into something productive. So like he said, he has more drive, so he's utilizing his energy effectively. Everybody should do that, whether they're healthy, unhealthy. Utilize your resources for the good. So he says, you know, don't make assumptions that you aren't safe. So here's where it gets tricky. Everybody is different. I don't know his full background, but there's something going on. The eyes, due to adrenaline rushes, can change. The pupils dilate. That's the black part, causes the iris, the colored part, to be kind of overtaken and kind of shrunk down because the pupil's getting so big. And he's saying that he has to create an alter ego in a sense to deal with it, and which could just be more dangerous if you don't know what you're doing and don't create a light switch to it. So this is where it gets tricky. Psychopaths, they kind of zone out. People in rages zone out. And if they're not able to control what they're doing or recognize what's going on. Also, I don't know, and another aspect of this person's life, you know, is it high threshold of stress, or is it, some of us are luckier to have less stressful lives. So he continues on saying, the darker eye color, I keep getting pop-ups, the darker eye color, which mine doesn't come when I get angry anymore. It's constant, and the no blink vacant stares. So I've heard several people talk about where they just stare at you. It's almost like there's nobody there. And he's saying that he's not really blinking. A lot of them happen during rages. So he's not getting that during like the angry release, which is pretty interesting. Non-emotional, black around the skin and veins. It's all real shit. Never try and go all in and get it provoked though, like some morons do. So he's saying, don't tap into it. Don't test the waters, because you know, you never know what you're playing with. You know, is it gonna get out of control? So I thought this was something very important to talk about, because in the video about the narcissistic eyes, during that rage, you got the adrenaline rush. We talked about the zoning out. Sometimes when you zone out, you black out. You're going into overdrive, and that's when it can be so dangerous. Because he even said, you know, there's like an argument: is it demonic? Is it this, you know, are you being overtaken by, you know, evil spirits? Is it just the adrenaline rush? Is it this? Is it that? And he's dealing with this, being very honest with us, and says about the non-emotions. And when you don't have the emotions, you're not going to feel that empathy for other people. You know, if they're crying, or just, you know, just please stop, or whatever we're going to do in our reaction to seeing the black eyes. He's creating an alter ego. So he's not even himself. And that's the thing. And I'm not saying this person's a narcissist, because I don't know them well enough. There's all different kinds of mental disorders. There's also stressors, you know, CPTSD. So I don't know enough about him to state why he is going through the eye change. But, you know, it's interesting that he doesn't get it anymore when he's angry. So it's stating in my eyes that he still gets angry at times, which we all do. But his reaction isn't more, or to it. So I'm kind of wondering if he's come numb to that, in a scary sense or in a healthy sense. It could be either way, where he's coped with it, he deals with it, he has different ways of dealing with anger, or he's just over it, and it's to a different level. So he doesn't blink, vacant stares, even black around the skin and veins. Because it's a really small thumbnail, but he does look like he has really dark skin. So they can get darkening around the skin and veins though. But he's saying it's all real. Like, believe this, it's real shit. It does happen. He also has blue eyes. I need to kind of open this up. I can't see his eyes. But when we're dealing with our narcissist, and I'm not saying he is, I don't know enough, but a lot of times that's in response to that fight or flight mode, the adrenaline rush, fight or flight. And if they space out, if they zone out, if they're non-emotional, that's where it can be extremely frightening and extremely dangerous. Be careful when you see that narcissistic rage. Is it demonic? You know, he says it's all real shit. It's like you guys are describing. It's like a demon comes in. I have to escape to deal with it. I have to create a different ego. Narcissists will create a false sense of self to cope with their lives. And, you know, if it's this think about writing a story. You can create a character and you can do whatever you want with that character. If you think about it, you can write the story. At first they're going to law school. Now, oh my gosh, they turn into a princess. And nah, screw that. They're going to be a prostitute. Whatever you're going to do, you can manipulate the story. And you're like, what the heck? How'd they end up in Australia? And now they're in France. Like, where's this money coming from? Oh, they were an heiress, and just on and on. You can create whatever story. So the narcissist, when they zone out, who knows where they're going to take their lives? Are they going to take it in a healthy way? Are they going to become this evil person? Are they going to be super sweet? Are they going to be conniving? They'll write whatever works for them in the moment, because they're in that rage and they don't know who they are. So when they don't know who they are, they're not going to stay true to their character. And that's where it gets scary. What do they identify with? A compassionate person, a kind-hearted person, somebody who will never fight no matter what. Some people, will throw down. They're living in the moment. And that's when enjoy life, enjoy every day. But where they don't think about the consequences. Like, heck, they didn't even think about the consequences of cheating or coming home late or their lies. They think they're above everything. And it is a red flag that something's going on, because we've had some heightened adrenaline too, you know, and our eyes will get bigger when we're scared or startled. It's a response. There's also other things that change eye color. Even the overexposure to sun can change it. Different clothing can change your eye color. But we're talking about the enlarged pupils. Some people have said that they have seen it, where it covers the white parts too. And we got to remember, different ethnicities, they have different eye shapes. That could, and just different people, people. I'm Dutch. There's definitely different Dutch people that have larger, smaller eyes, but people have seen it where they say there was no white. And I haven't seen it that extreme, but I've read about it. I've had my viewers tell me that they've seen that. And I'd like to know what you guys think. What is it, just adrenaline? Is Because they also said too, our eyes can change color when we're happy, sad, or angry. And when we're happy, our pupils do dilate, but not to the extreme of the rage. And he's talking about the zoning out. And to me, that's a very scary thing. It seems like a psychopath. They zone out. I've had friends who have told me that one girl, she had a bad childhood. She seemed, I don't know, we all have our issues. But she was being honest about her story. This was years ago, but she's like, I black out when I get in a fight. I never got in a fight with her, but she'll say she blacks out, and I've met a couple people like that. My narcissistic neighbor got in 2 bar fights in one night, and like 2 o'clock in the morning, pounded on my door, just needed somebody to talk to. And you could see the anger, he just wanted to punch something. And he's like, I'm not going to punch you, but like, just the fury that is within somebody's body. It's intense. And it was 2 o'clock in the morning, sitting on my porch. It was hard to see, but there's something with his eyes too, and sometimes he's saying, don't feel that you're not going to be safe. I talked to my neighbor. I was safe. We had a good rapport. But if I was his wife and I cheated on him or something, that probably would have gone a whole different way. Or if I overspent on something, so now we don't have, I bought tires, now we don't have mortgage money, that would have gone a whole different way. So when you're in a relationship, it is something to consider. How safe are we? We hear all these self-aware narcissists saying, stay away. I have somebody at my door. Please like and subscribe, comment below. I'll see you in the next video.